So, I just got a bright idea to start a YouTube channel. So, this channel is going to be one life in college, student, mommy life, mixed with new struggles, venting, all that good stuff wrapped into one. And currently, right now, I'm sitting outside of I don't claim none of this, but I'm sitting outside of the facility where I'm about to get an MRI. My appointment is for 6:45. My mom's supposed to come. She's my go-to, and she's bring me food, so, because I'm hungry. I haven't had a full real meal in so long. But yeah, so last week Friday I had got injured at my volleyball game. I came down from hitting the ball. So all my weight came down on my left leg, and I saw my bone pop out, and then it popped back in, and then it had me on crutches. It swelled up, and then the trainers, they thought it was I dislocated my kneecap. Then saw the school doctor. He thought that I tore my MCL. Then I saw my doctor, and then he thinks that it might be anything between MCL, ACL, all that stuff. He doesn't know, so he's sending me for an MRI, which I'm here now. So we shall see how this goes. I prayed against all of that because my God is a mighty God, and look, the fact that I'm even still walking around, that should say something. So I pray that this is something that is not surgical, and my body will heal on its own naturally with time. I will give it time, as long as I don't have to have surgery, because surgery is just that's just too much. It's really too much. The whole surgical process, and then the recovery. That's the recovery. That's too much. I can't. So please, I am praying. My God is watching over me right now, and I just pray that this goes well. And so about to go get that done. I'll keep you updated on the results and how it goes. And I didn't even introduce myself. So I'm Rochelle Johnson. Oh, I think that's my mom. It is. So that is my mom. So my name is Rochelle, and I'll do she's looking at me. I'll stop. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. That was ugly, but I'm currently a senior in college right now, and I play volleyball and track. So this channel is just gonna be my recovery process. I'm gonna take you guys through. I recently just tore my ACL. So this process is just gonna be that, the surgery, some of the pre-operative care that I'm doing, and then the post-operative care that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to take you through the recovery stage, mental, everything that I go through. So that's it. Little thing about me, I'm a business major, hoping to go into fashion design, hoping to go into, I don't know, whatever. Honestly, whatever door opens, I'm just doing what I got to do to get through it. So, and this, I want it to be more so feedback. So I want you guys to interact, shoot me some tips. You went through this and you know certain tips, because I'm an amateur. This is my first injury, and hopefully my last. It will be my last. Cause that man up there, he really do. You guys don't even know how I'm walking right now. I'm too independent, and sometimes that's my downfall, but in this case, it's the best thing that's getting me through, because without that, I would literally be in my bed, because when I tell you this, it's emotional, mental, physically draining, not being able to move on your own, do on your own, how you've been doing, and then taking it back to having to do the baby steps of everything, learning how to walk again, and learning how to control your walking. It's just stressful. But so I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm gonna do my best, because I'm not the best at all that, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, thanks for watching. Today's the morning. I'm having surgery. This should be interesting. To say the least, this should be interesting. I'm tired. So I'm ready to sleep my ass off. So good morning. Good morning, good morning. So yeah, today is the day. I am having surgery on my left leg. And yeah, so see how this goes. They want me to be there by 6:30, 6 o'clock. Might be a little late, but yeah. So why am I talking like that? I'm dead talking. Yep, so swipe left and say, okay. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I'm actually excited. Like I waited for this day so long, and then it came, then I woke up and I'm like, oh shoot. But no, I'm like really excited because now I can like start my recovery process, like knowing that I'm put together, and then trusting on my mighty God. I don't know if you can hear in the back, but he is a mighty God. So we'll see. Alrighty, adios. Madre.
Hey! This guy needs quarters. I don't have quarters.
Oh, and another thing too, for anybody else going through this, like, or that has gone through it again, or anything like that, like, stay headstrong, especially going into this. Like, I obviously don't know the outcome. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel after. Everybody tried to mentally prepare me, but I'm a very go with the flow type person, and I feel like if you dwell on like the outcome so hard, you will lose focus of like how you start off. So go in headstrong and just trust in God. Trust in him, because he will soothe your nerves, he will ease your pain, everything. So yes. So continue.
3 weeks of carrying around. Lisa, somehow more convenient than the hassle of getting treatment. Someone should tell Lisa about Hackensack or /ready.
Keep left after 3/4 of a mile and continue on I-95 south.
Oh my God, look at this traffic. Wow, did something happen?
And if I am a reflection of him,
Look, Rachel. We're not gonna get home. You see, was there an accident or something?
okay guys, here's an update. I'm on my way home. I got these. My stupid self. So here's a tip. If you're going to have surgery in your leg, remember that you're not gonna come out with it this size. So it's best that you get open leg pants that can fit, because I didn't. So the hospital had to give me these, they called them paper shorts. I feel like I look cool, so that's that. But so the update is, when I tell you God is good, God is good. So how the procedure went, I was in admitting, and then they took me into the, I guess, pre-op room, and all the paperwork, sizing me for crutches, giving me this that foam, showing me how it works, showing me the exercises, and what was I saying? I met with my surgeon, I met with the assisting doctor, and the nurses that are going to take care of me before and after, anesthesiologist, the physical trainer, and everything like that. So when I met with my doctor, I wanted to go over, because of course he was repairing the ACL, everything else would heal on its own except for the lateral collateral ligament. At first, the procedure was to also go ahead and repair that, where they would use a cadaver and reconstruct the lateral collateral ligament. But I was doing my research and everything like that, like depending on the grade tear, like it can heal on its own, but his purpose for wanting to repair it was to give the ACL more stability, which is acceptable and understanding. I was just saying to avoid any extra surgery when he goes in, if he can check, make sure everything's intact. If it needs to be repaired, then repair it, but if not, and if you feel as though it can heal on its own, let that John heal on its own. So so going into surgery, they had full permission, like if it needed to operate, if not. So afterwards, I'm wheeled into the operating room, and one, it's cold as hell. It is freezing. Ooh, excuse me. But so yeah, the operating room is mad cold, and I was wheeled in and transferred over onto the operating table, and everybody talked to me like the one thing that's so annoying too, like they keep asking you, okay, so what leg are we operating on? They just want to make sure like you're on board and like you're aware of what's going on and stuff like that. So I remember her saying she was gonna switch my IV, switch to a stronger dosage. She's gonna put me relaxing and basically knock out, okay? So, and that's exactly what it did, because excuse me, as soon as she switched it, I started feeling like woozy and I started crying. I broke out into tears, and like anybody watching this who knows me knows I hate crying in front of people. But at that point, they don't see me naked, they don't see any. You're at your most vulnerable, they're about to cut you open. So crying is the least of my worries. So my nurse, like, she was just rubbing my head. She's like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And then boom, I knocked out. The lady started asking my name, and then I just knocked out. But so then after recovery, they put you back onto the regular gurney and they wheel you into your recovery room. I was not aware of any of that. When I woke up, I want to say I woke up around like 2 o'clock. My surgery was around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I was out for a long time. So when I woke up, I didn't know where I was, anything. I just saw beeping. I saw the band. I started ripping all that off. My nurse came in. She was like, no, you have to leave it. I'm like, I don't want it. All I want is a burrito. Bro, I was so hungry. Like, I was so hungry because you can't eat. You have to wait, like, because for the surgery you can't have any food, liquids, any of that. So I was hungry as a motherfucker. And so yeah, that was just funny. So, and then after that, everything started wearing off. I started feeling my leg again. Then I had to peeing because I couldn't get up because I was numb. I had to pee in a bedpan. Yuck. It's just so nasty. It was so nasty. Like, but I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. So with all that said, this is gonna be a journey. This is going to be a journey, and I'm so happy that I can vlog it and share it with you guys and share it with other people who are going through this and don't know. Because one thing I did before the surgery was YouTube to the point where I would, sorry, I'm recording off my phone and I got a call. But like I was saying, like prior to the surgery, I was educating myself with YouTube, and to the point where I wasn't psyching myself out, but just educating myself, like what's going on, post-op care, physical therapy training, like everything like that. And I didn't find any videos that showed like actual training. Like it was just like, general ads, general basic information, nothing where like really vlog the whole experience, and also using it as a motivational tactic. Because I would say I would say like 60% of this is physical, and then the whole rest of it, no, 80%. 80% of this is physical, and the other 20%, that 20% is all mental, and that's what matters the most. That's what's gonna push you to complete at that 100% level. Like, so I think that's also what I'm going to be making this channel about, just to, you know, help people. Even if you didn't have an ACL injury, if you have any other type of injury that, and you just need somebody to talk to, need somebody, a burst of encouragement, especially my athletes, like, it's not over, but it's up to us to take care of our body. And that's one thing that I can say I took my body for granted. Not that like I was neglecting it and not, you know, I was always athletic and always like, you know, I would put the work in, but it's also that work that you put in on your off days too, and how you treat your body, what you put into your body, all that stuff mentally, like people you surround yourself with, all that plays a factor into how your body's gonna feel. So yeah, and I also wanted to do this to, you know, avoid other injuries, avoid just giving you the whole experience of how I'm going. So with that said, thank you for watching, and yeah, that concludes today. I'm waiting for my mom. She's supposed to be getting ice to put, because I have a game ready machine. My school in the hospital provided me with like a whole bunch of machines that I'll show you guys later, for post-op care. And yeah, so when I get home, I will definitely do that. Hey guys, so it's currently like 2 o'clock the day after my surgery. I've been like out of it, like all night, all morning. Sleeping was horrible because I couldn't get comfortable, because I clearly have to just sleep like this, straight. Don't mind, this is my brother's room. He let me have his room because it's so close to everything on the same floor. But yeah, I can't sleep. Like, I tried to sleep on my side, it just didn't work out. So I just took my pills and knocked out. So the last time I took my pills when I was awake, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I knocked out, and then I overslept for taking the next round. So when I woke up, like, the pain was so bad, like, and then because it takes so long to kick in, like, it just felt like forever. So that's one thing I would say. Make sure you set an alarm, stay on top of taking your medicine. I just took my my 3rd dose for the day, and I'm starting to feel it now, like, and I feel it already. And yeah, that's that. I tried to do some of my exercises. I couldn't really do much because I was in so much pain, but I did do, they have me in the blue foam that naturally straightens your leg, so I did that for like 30 minutes. And then I also did pressing my leg down to get it, driving my knee to the ground. So I was able to do that. I can flex my quad muscle a little bit. That was one of the exercises, tightening up that muscle. But where the stitches are, it just hurts too much to keep doing it, so I had to stop that one. But yeah, so this is post-op. I'm still in bed. It's more comfortable for me to be in bed than it is, because our couches, they recline and like they're comfortable, but like sitting in it for a while with my leg elevated, it just hurts. Like, it just hurts too much. So I'm back in bed. My mom said she was gonna go to Dunkin' for me, but I think she knocked out too, so no Dunkin' for me. But I do, but I do have my bestie here with me. Say hi, Trin. I gave her my old blanket. She was happy. Hi, Trin. Okay, I'll leave you alone. So yeah, that's my bestie. Whenever I need my mom, she'll go get my mom for me. She's so cute. But yeah. Alrighty. So today I got the okay to take out the gauze, and this is what it is. It's my first time seeing it. Those are where the scopes were, and then 2 incisions. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Hi, my baby. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle.